Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Mindhunter. Season 1, episode 6 and 7. I'm doubling this one up on y'all. Y'all ready? Let's get straight into it. The ADT guy is up to something. He is about to cause harm, and I'm talking about great harm on someone. It's going to be a tragedy. This guy's crazy. So he's episode 6, he's at home practicing these knots. Episode 7, he's packed his bag. Mind you, he has a whole family situation. He's packing his bag. He's got the revolver, a winter coat, so he's going somewhere cold. Latex gloves. Anybody with this serial killer starter kit. I mean, you know, you can joke about going to the store, grabbing duct tape, garbage bags, and a shovel all you want. Even the movie Casino. You remember when if somebody pulls up or whatever, you're like, oh, I'm gonna be digging all day. We could joke like that, but this fool's really about that life. He's about to get into some mess, digging holes all day. It all didn't really make sense until the end of episode 7 when Bill had his much-needed meltdown. Much-needed meltdown. That fool needed the meltdown so he can cool off. When he showed his wife what he does for a living, when he showed her the pictures, and we saw someone have that nautical knot, boom, right there. We know ADT guy has struck before, about to strike again. It's about to go down, right? Benji. I can't believe it, but it was just nuts because Benji kicked his girlfriend's tail, fiance's tail, and mutilated her. At first, Benji and his brother-in-law were denying the kill. What did we learn in episode 6? Compliments, jealousy, and anxiety. All goes on that piece of paper. We're talking about this type of people. What was interesting to see was every time they needed to record, when they were going from room to room in the interview process, which was every time he grabbed that big recording device, it was like, oh, here we go again. Like we were in the movement with them. A couple other things I liked during both episodes. The soundtrack, every song hits the mood of what's going on. If they get intimate, they talking about relationship. If they talking about feelings, that song is talking about feelings. If it's talking about something, a killer, they've dropped Psycho Killer in another episode. Soundtrack, good. The TV show within the show, pretty good. They got the Jeffersons in the background, the Archie Bunker show guy, whatever his name is. During the process of the show, we get to see the advancements in technology. Things we take for granted, you know, they were like, whoa, it can sit right in your pocket, a camera. And now look, you have a phone that can record on both sides and can do, it's a mini computer. And no wires, wire-free. Vintage wristwatch, headphones, vehicles, artwork in the background. Dr. Carr's office, she has that realism poster. At Debbie's apartment, she has like a mannequin head and something about Beachland. Typewriters. It's crazy to see a desk without a computer. We're so used to that big space being blocked off, or a desktop size computer. Look at that. They ting 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 typewriting it. The paint on Dr. Carr's apartment with the exaggerated collars and as far as their wardrobe. All of these things make the show excellent. Very cool. Rose got caught up because in the recording she said splashing, and that makes us realize just how dang on good Dr. Carr is. What the guys miss in detail, she always comes in and she's like, hey, did you catch what she said? Splashing, past tense. Oh, this chick is good. Shepard was fishing. He asked her, was she married? Did she have kids or anything like that? And when she goes home, we find out she's got a boo. She goes home, she has a girlfriend. Her girlfriend's not interested in her career. And at that moment, she walks away, leaves everything, and she moves forward in the process of helping the world and doing what she likes to do. We got to meet Brian, the adopted son of Bill and Nancy, which was interesting because he doesn't really Bill is profiling and learning about all these serial killers and how messed up their background and their home and everything was. And here it is. Is he brewing his own little serial killer? Because that's how he feels when his wife said, hey, this kid is in the closet, trying on your clothes. That's just going to trigger. He got this fool taking his mama's high heels and teacher's heels, you know, it's hitting close to home. So that breakdown, like I said, was much needed. We also learned in episode 6, y'all, that the DA just doesn't care. Triggers in translation. Now we're in Salem, Oregon, y'all. That's when it got weird. I didn't think it could get any creepier than Ed Kemper. And guess what? We got to meet another big, giant lunatic. Big, talkative, lying, whack jaw. He can't even say what. Yeah, whack. Hey, Welcome to Oregon. Completely different than Ed. They were able to sit straight across from him. They even shared pizza, for heaven's sake. This fool has to sit at another table. His chains are completely different. That quickly, the recordings have changed because it went from that microphone in the middle of the table, that big old satchel recording device, to now you just hit 2 buttons and record. Jerry Brudos. A real person, a real serial killer. I want to say Ed is still alive. Jerry died like a decade ago. Something else is different with how they interview people. The beginning of the interview process is completely different now because they got this whole disclaimer thing. They read off the disclaimer so that they're able to do what they're doing. Did Ed and Jerry really talk, or was he bluffing? Was it just me, or was the guy on the plane sitting in the middle of Bill and Holden? Was that the same? Was that Novak from Scandal? I thought he died on the plane. Y'all let me know if that was him. Holding out shoe shopping. I can't even look at high heels the same now. It was an ankle sitting in a high heel with no calves. Jerry with the size 16 fetish. Wow. Talking about that was his reward for honesty. He walked away and beat it like Michael in the heel, panting on the opposite side of the set. That's... You're not in control. You're not in control, Holden. Get it together. That was just nasty. Nasty. Dr. Carr. I don't think it's a cat eating the tuna. I'm just going to say that. I think you have somebody. I think there's someone who has found her. And it's not a cat. Maybe a cat's with them. But that's how I feel. I don't know what it is yet. Only got a couple more episodes left. 2 more episodes to figure it out. But something's fishy. She's finally comfortable in her new place and doing her laundry. I don't know. The trio had their first disagreement, but it needed to be said because they all have their own issues with what's going on in life. Holden seems to be finding himself through sexual activity. Bill is having family issues. Carr is having moments of life where she's coming to reality of what she wants to do with herself. They need each other to collide. Like I said, they're like Captain Planet. Everybody has their little powers, and it works. Bill, my beef with Bill is, Bill, you have one of the top jobs in America, and you can't get someone who can help, a speech therapist that can help your kid right there in Quantico. Boy, please. Anyway, that's about that for my episode 6. That's about that for my episode 6 and 7 review. Episode 7 is the first time we could see him being kind of anxious, heavy breathing, showing some sort of emotion, anger. But it's about to go down, whatever it is. Until the next time, I shall see y'all. Peace.